Hi, friends. I'm Odell DeVay. The Millionaire's Mindset, Volume 3. In Volume 1, we spoke about self discipline. In Volume 2, we spoke about vision. Here in Volume 3, we're going to talk about mapping it out, financial planning. Once we have a vision, once we have our self discipline, the next thing we have to do is be able to plan out, have a map, have a direction, have a plan of action in order to take us from where we are now to where we want to be. In financial planning, we're looking at the goal, where we are now to where we want to be. We're looking at budgeting. We're looking at generating consistent income. We're looking at being conservative in what's going out, being profitable in our investment strategies, high risk tolerance, having a high risk tolerance and quick recovery. In other words, sometimes we're going to make mistakes. Even I, in 30 years of investing, have suffered some financial losses. In that, I have to have one, high risk tolerance, and two, quick recovery to get on to what makes us money. And in the long term, of course, have been greatly successful at that. And then we also have to have selective memory. When things are great, when your decisions have yielded profitable, be like an elephant. Remember how you did it. What was the strategy? What made you pull the trigger? What were the factors that said yes? When things happen and it doesn't go as successfully as you hoped, forget fast, forgive yourself, and move forward. As far as I know, there's not a human being alive who can predict everything with 100% certainty. That being said, there's always going to be good and bad. The great thing is to be better at being good than you are at being bad. So let's go over this again. Volume 3, Financial Planning. What is your goal? And when we say that, goals are not limited to monetary forms of exchange. Your goal and success to you could be whatever it means to give yourself a fulfilling life. And I want to encourage you, being a person who've had and had not, that if you limit yourself to what you have when you don't have, you feel like you're nothing. So don't limit yourself to money or the exchange of money, but rather base your success or fulfillment of purpose on accomplishing good, leaving a positive legacy, and feeling as though you've made a difference, a positive difference in our society. So set a goal. When it comes to money, you do want to have a budget. Budgeting is self discipline, being able to stay within the boundaries that you set for yourself, boundaries which will allow you a sense of financial freedom and independence. Consistent income are key. It doesn't matter if you're making $500 a week or $5 million a week. If it's going out faster than it's coming in, it's going to yield the same result: poverty. So, consistent income matched with conservative outgo and profitable investment strategies. Get with someone who has a proven track record of financial well doing and well being. People ask me all the time about hiring financial advisors. If it's not going to be me or my team, to me it's simple, it's common sense. You hire someone who actually has their own wealth, number one. Number two, and offer investment strategies in things where their own money, skin is in the game. So I do not typically recommend financial advisors who work for companies. The companies may be great, but often the financial advisors, the people working for them, do not share in the same risk or loss as their clients that they advise. With me, if I'm advising you to invest in something, I probably already have my money in it before I even bring the idea to you. Skin in the game. And to me, that's common sense. If someone is going to suggest something to be profitable to you, why wouldn't they already have their own money in it so that they can profit? So you want a profitable investment strategy or strategies. High risk tolerance is required because often some of the best decisions that you will make are decisions made where you may not be very comfortable. You may not know anything about XYZ widget business, but your advisor does. So you're jumping in, you have to have a high risk tolerance, high risk, high reward, and be willing to be uncomfortable. If you knew everything, you wouldn't need an advisor, you wouldn't need a wealth manager, you wouldn't need to listen to this. High risk tolerance is essential. For those with low risk tolerance, I say you need to keep a job or keep your business and make sure you do not spend more than you bring in. For those with high risk tolerance, we're going to get high rewards because we're willing to literally jump off the platform. Quick recovery. The worst thing in the world to do is to whine and pine about losses. There's no value in it. The best thing we can do when we're on that high and everything's going great, we love it. When a mistake is made from time to time and there's either a loss or the money just isn't coming as fast as you thought, be quick to recover, which is why I often recommend diversifying funds. I never ask a client to put all of their funds in one particular investment or the other. I love to have some balance. Lastly, selective memory. Again, when everything's great, the decision was great, the results are beyond expected, be like an elephant. Remember every aspect of that decision so that when that decision was made, when it was brought to you, how it was brought to you by your advisor or your wealth manager, what were the key things that made you say yes? Look for those key things going forward. Be like an elephant. Try to remember everything involved in that great decision. When things do not go as you hoped, for whatever reason, be the complete opposite. Forget it as fast as you can. Forgive yourself, forgive your financial advisor, and move forward. One wrong decision does not negate years of a competent, qualified wealth manager, financial advisor. So forget the bad stuff fast. Get back to the good stuff. This is volume 3 of The Millionaire's Mindset. I've been Odell DeVay, and I look forward to speaking to you next time.